Hey guys, Rambo here, going to be bringing you a game from IPL. Looks like we've got Mono Esports, one of the new up-and-coming North American teams, going against Team Dignitas, one of the top 3 North American powerhouses, just consistently every tournament back-to-back, performing very well. And I think they took second in Hanover, and here they are in IPL 4 Vegas, the returning champs. Actually took first place back in October in IPL 3 Atlantic City, so this is definitely going to be a great match. We've got Nintendude on Olaf jungling, Zion Spartan, Lee Sin top, Morgana mid by Paradoxical, AD carry Kog'Maw from Zig. Actually, Scar here catching a resonating strike from Zion Spartan, takes him down to half, and almost a close call there if Paradoxical could have got a dark binding on him. Actually, it looks like Scar started with a ward instead of the full 3 health potions after the boots, and you don't typically tend to see that from a solo laner. Usually wards will come from supports, but I can see the thought process he had going. Morgana is really not one of those overly aggressive, harass-heavy solos, and that ward's going to bring him a lot of extra map awareness against this team, and Nintendude is notorious for being one of those legendary Olaf junglers that likes to counter jungle a lot. Back in the day when Olaf was a viable jungler, Nintendude was something to be feared. But here we go, they are going to just go for a standard steal. It looks like Locust coming in, checking out the enemy jungle. Probably going to place a ward at that ramp. Yes, he does. And they're going to continue to take these wraiths, leaving a small wraith just to delay a little bit. I will dominate, and good leash from Paradoxical. They are going to take the red, and I wonder what they're going to do with it. Could be an early gank top, so Voyboy will have to be careful. Paradoxical mid against Rise. Bottom we've got Kogjana against I'm a Cutie Pie on Ashe and Locust on Soraka. So it's going to be a very passive lane overall, especially for Team Dignitas. And Dominate actually got seen here going through this ward, got pinged, getting pinged again at the red, so they know full well he's there. Dominate actually, will he be able to finish it? Yes, he does, but Pixel and Zig are here, catches Paradoxical with a cleaver, coming back down. Can he escape? Oh no, he can't. He does exhaust Zig. 1 bar of health left. Can Nintendude finish him off? Paradoxical. Oh, actually, Pixel 3 picks up the kill. First blood and double buffs going into Janna. So very good response there from Mono, and good ward at the Wraith ramp. It's one of the most highly trafficked areas in the jungle, so very good foresight to place a ward there. Now, Pixel 3 with this double buff early is going to be able to harass more, going to be able to put some more shields on his carry. So that's a bit of an advantage there, but I don't know if he can do as much with it as Nintendude or Zig could have even. But either way, first blood, not too shabby. Like, it's going to be good no matter what on whoever gets it for your team. So Nintendude running a bit low on mana, maxing out axes for the jungle, taking blue. And Zion Spartan against Vlad, this lane setup. Actually, for Lee Sin, he usually tends to max out Q against range champions like Vlad, and W against more heavy-hitting melees. So I'm expecting a resonating strike max out from Zion Spartan. Looks like bot, we've got some harass going on, actually. I'm a Cutie Pie putting some damage onto Pixel 3 and Zig. So they've got to look out, but hopefully we're able to sustain there. Still got the double buffs going, and Nintendude actually coming top. Voyboy has to be careful. Does not have a ward yet. Did start cloth, so no boots. Will he be able to escape this gank? Tempest Crippled comes out. Does pull the reckless swing from Nintendude, but manages to make it back to his tower. Nintendude coming back around again. This could be very dangerous for Voyboy. His pool is not up. Does get hit with an axe. Zion Spartan coming in. Reckless swing as well. Tides of Blood coming out. Dodges the other axe. And he's going to be okay for now. That cloth armor proving to be very useful. Oh, a good resonating strike from Zion Spartan once again, missing an axe. So very good job by Voyboy, but Paradoxical coming in from mid lane. Voyboy, can he escape? Oh, he does pull the Dark Binding. Well done by Voy. Impressive Vlad play so far. They've got quite a camp on him up there, trying to shut down Voy. He did carry Hanover big, so you gotta watch out for that. Never ever underestimate Voyboy in that top lane. We've got I Will Dominate catching a CV at his race. So far in the jungle, he did lose his double buff, so that's going to set him a bit behind. But Nintendude spent quite a bit of time at top, actually, camping Voice. So catching up quite a bit. Nintendude hitting the wraiths. And Zig going 1v2 against Soraka and Ashe. Jenna's not there. She had to actually recall to pick up some wards. And Locust just zoning this Kog'Maw. He's not able to close in for any CS whatsoever. So far we've got Cog at 34, Ashe at 36. Pretty even, doing good so far. Now the dynamic between Kog'Maw and Ashe is that Cog just becomes a hyper carry late game, whereas Ashe is almost your initiator with that arrow. Actually, we've got Nintendude coming in onto Locust, lands the axe. Locust tries to heal out of it, but a good reckless swing picks up the kill. Well played by Zig on that Void Ooze to slow down the Soraka. And Pixel 3 is going to come here, ward the dragon. Just generally good support play. Now I'm expecting another Doran's Ring or so from this Morgana and into the very standard Zhonya's Hourglass for her build. Scar's doing a good job actually going Catalyst first, and I Will Dominate coming in from the top lane, but Catalyst first instead of Tier on Rise. Scar known to be one of the very calculated and safe players in mid, so picking up a Tier, he's really asking to get ganked, so he knows not to do that. Actually, I Will Dominate has to be careful. Gets caught by Dark Binding. Olaf comes in, picks up the kill, and he gets taken out immediately. And this could be a dragon attempt now that they don't have a jungler. It looks like Pixel 3 doing a good job taking the dragon aggro, then backing off with the shield, so they do get some free damage on. Actually, no, it resets. So Nintendo's going to have to do a lot of tanking here, and he could drop potentially very low to this dragon, but it doesn't look like Team Dignitas is going to try to contest it. Olaf still actually just respawned, but I don't think he can make it there in time. If Ashe is there, she could actually take out Nintendo. He's so low right now, 1 bar, but they do pick up the dragon. 742. Ward comes out. I'm a Cutie Pie shows up a couple seconds too late. Meanwhile, top, we've got Zion Spartan and Voy coming in with the Iron Will. And Voyboy gets crippled, tempested. Kicked away, actually. Zion Spartan continuing to go in. Double Negatron, actually, double Null Magic Mantle. Ult comes out from Voy. Is he going to survive? Yeah, I think he's going to be fine for now. Shields most of that damage away. So 2 Null Magic Mantles from Lee Sin. That's pretty good item choice against Vlad. But it looks like as far as CS goes, Lee at 49, Vlad at 54. If it keeps going this way and they have equal farm into late game, Vlad is just going to outscale Lee Sin and bring a lot more damage to the team, I believe. So Zion Spartan really has to work to try and zone out this Vlad. And he is trying his best, but not quite enough. Voyboy, once he gets that Ninja Tabby and Revolver, is going to be able to heal up quite a bit and just out-sustain him. Actually, Paradoxical coming in looking for a gank. Not going to find one. Scar has picked up his team's blue buff, though. Very good job by Dominate, donating that to the mid lane. Picks up the enemy Wraith. Good cleaver. And gonna be on his way back to his own jungle, passing a ward. I'm a Cutie Pie, 1 Dorn Blade, and Berserker's Greaves. 3 Dorn Blades on Kog'Maw, though. It just goes to show the power of Dragon and just what an advantage it can give you. Also, that early assist he got on Mundo, and the assist on Soraka. So, doing pretty well for himself. Mono Zig. And they know the red is over there. Mundo walking around the top jungle, gets CV'd. Voyboy dropping very low again, has to look out. There is a ward, though. It seems like Nintendo not going to be able to pick up that gank. So Pixel 3 warding his triangle. Paradoxical looking to make something happen in the enemy jungle. Actually drops a ward. Sees Scar there. And they are going to dive onto I Will Dominate here. Exhaust goes out onto Zion Spartan. Axes and Reckless Swing coming in from Olaf. Ignite actually does a ton of damage to Mundo. One of the best counters to Mundo. Ignite. And they do pick up the kill under the turret. A good arrow came in from Cutie, but just not soon enough, it looks like. Back to farming in mid lane, and these two are dropping very low. Curious as to what items they'll be picking up. Voidboy looks like he's returned with a revolver, another ward, 2 Dawnblades for that Lee Sin, and Ruby Crystal plus Wriggles for Olaf. So far, bottom, Ash has caught up in Dawnblades, so it's 3-3 right now, continuing to farm. 79 to 72. Pixel 3 doing a very good job keeping the map awareness up. And it's getting to be about mid-game-ish, so Morgana does have her ult. She's going to be very useful in the team fights when that dragon respawns at 1342. We're going to look for something crazy to happen. I Will Dominate. Actually picks up a Heart of Gold, so he's catching up a bit in gold because of that gold per 5, and hopefully his HP will scale hard enough to carry him into late game. Now, speaking of late game, for Mono, it looks like we've got Kog'Maw as the hyper carry for late, and Vlad on the other team, and Ryze both scale very well. Nintendo coming in for a gank here, but I would say just because of Vlad, Ryze, and Mundo, Dignitas has the advantage in terms of sheer damage and health for late game, whereas Mono Esports has a bit of utility and kind of positioning advantage with Morgana and Lee Sin. Nintendo moving up into this brush with the pink wards, so they don't see him here. Now pinks come out for I Will Dominate. They know he is in that area of the upper river. And oh, good hawk shot from Cutie. Spies the Olaf gank, and that's just veteran bottom lane play. To know that when you don't have your lane brush warded and the jungler is missing, to always play careful and always just make sure you can see before you move up. And that's very well done by Cutie Pie. Now Zion Spartan and Voyboy on Vlad 92-279. Vlad is pulling ahead a little bit up in that top lane. Paradoxical wants to come up for another gank. Does issue a ping out. And will they dive onto Voyboy here? Looking for a binding. Can she get it? No, not quite. Voyboy, good job dodging that. Good Mia call from Skara. Now Ash is going to have very good initiation tool for this team fight here with the arrow. Mono Esports doesn't have as good a nation. I mean, they do have the dark binding from Morgana, but it's not as good as an Ash arrow. They've got axes from Olaf for CC, but I honestly think Dignitas is in a better position to make something happen here. Looking to get this blue. Skara trying to work it down. Can Nintendo get in there for the steal? Actually, dark binding steals it. Well done by MM Paradoxical. Morgana's going to be very happy with that blue. And looks like the dragon has respawned, so both teams are posturing themselves to contest this. We see both top lanes have moved into mid, and that's a sure sign that there's going to be a dragon fight. Hawkshot comes out. Mono says, hey, we're going to start the dragon. What are you going to do about it? Paradoxical has the enemy blue, and this could just be a straight-up dragon for Mono Esports, and yes, they do take it. Cutie gets caught by a tornado, resonating strike, and sonic wave as well. Kog'Maw picking up the kill. Unfortunate for Ash there, just being caught out. She did want to try to do something about that dragon, but unfortunately just was unable to and paid the price for it. Now Locust has to leave bottom lane. There's no way he can defend. 3v1. Oh, dodges the axe. Great job. Dominate coming in with a cleaver. Pixel 3 tries Tornado, misses both of them though. They're going to continue on to I Will Dominate, but Cleavers come out, and there's too much healing from Soraka and Mundo for them to continue the dive. So mid lane, we've got Lee Sin headed back up top. Paradoxical going to ward again. And this bot lane might go down. Actually, no. They're going to choose to leave it. And that's actually a very good idea because as far as the AD carries go, they've got Ashe and Kog'Maw. And if they do take this turret, that's going to give Ashe the opportunity to freeze the lane, which I'm a cutie pie surely will. And if the lane is all the way pushed up here in Team Dignitas' territory, Kog'Maw cannot farm there safely. And that forces him to roam and try to force something early, which Kog'Maw is not an earlier mid-game champion to be forcing objectives like that. He wants to farm into late, and he wants to carry. That's what you want to do as Kog'Maw. And that's exactly why they made the decision not to take that tower. So Morgana actually picking up a blasting wand. Very interesting. Might be going for a death cap or Rod of Ages or something like that. And Nintendude gets his own blue, it looks like. Yeah. Not give that one to Paradoxical. Skara is missing at the moment. Mundo filling in the mid lane. Could be shopping, could be ganking bottom. Who knows? There are some good wards there from Mono though, so highly unlikely that they'd be ganking bot. Voyboy missing from top as well, so this is very, very conspicuous. Rise has re-entered mid lane. Has a lot of mana building up that tier. Got the Catalyst and another Sapphire Crystal on top of it. Voyboy with the Ionian Boots of Lucidity and the Will of the Ancients. So there's going to be a lot of spell vamp coming out from Vlad and Rise. And it looks like Nintendude wants to come around for a dive here. Skara caught, flashes away. Good ult from Nintendo to stop the Rune Prison, but they're going to continue. Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike from Zion Spartan. Does a great job catching Skara, and he does go down to this Ignite, but I Will Dominate. Going to be able to pick up this kill. Paradoxical trying to ult him, see what he can do, but gets exhausted. Good infuse from Locust as well, and he is taken out. So double kill for I Will Dominate. They do lose Rise, though. So interesting dive from Mono Esports. Very good counterplay from Team Dignitas as well. This turret is dropping quite low, 200 health, opposed to Morgana's 2,000 health turret. So Rise not as good as pushing as Morgana is. No surprise there. And it looks like the bottom turret finally has fallen, with Dragon respawning around, I want to say 20, sometime between 20 and 21 minutes, because it did come up at 13:42 last time. They're able to just take that no problem. Paradoxical turning in a lane, looking like he wants to build a Rabadon's death cap. It's very ambitious of him. So Zig working on that Infinity Edge. He's gonna be able to put out a lot of damage. Rise getting a lot of mana, and he's getting pretty tanky. Naturally tanky because of his build, actually, not his base stats. So he's going to be able to survive for a long time and do a lot of sustained damage over the course of the fight. Same with Vlad. They've got very, very tanky, very sustainy damage AP carries going on. Paradoxical has done a great job keeping this area 100% warded all the time. Zion Spartan's build, he's got Merc Treads, double Doran's Blade, and a Hex Drinker, which is exactly the type of item build you want against this magic damage heavy team. And now their blue has respawned. Nintendo knows it's there. And he's such a good counter jungler, very good intuition, very good at just timing those buffs and knowing when they're going to come up, and just making those calls to steal the enemy buffs. And it's changing the game in their favor. Paradoxical taking blues from Skara is very, very huge. Now we've got Mono grouping up mid. Paradoxical wants to position to catch Cutie Pie here. Can he do it? Dark Binding, oh, unfortunately misses. It's heartbreaking, but they do pick up the turret. Unfortunately, they couldn't pick up the Ashe kill as well. But looks like Skara, Locust, and Cutie grouping up to counter push in mid. Voyboy is missing at the moment, and Zion Spartan looks to push top. We're going to go back. Zion trying to stop his recall, but catches a creep with the Sonic Wave. But bottom, we've got a fight. It looks like Janna had to ult, but they did pick up I'm a Cutie Pie there. And this dragon, oh, this dragon's going to respawn momentarily at about the 20-minute mark, and 3v4, I don't think there's much they can do. Oh, Paradoxical catching that cleaver. Oh, Morgana is very low. It looks like they're kind of dancing around waiting for the dragon to spawn. There it is. Has respawned. Now, can Team Dignitas put an end to this? Dominate trying to throw cleavers in. And this dragon dropping very low. Who is going to get it? Nintendude does pick up the gold. So he did pick up the third dragon, I want to say, for Mono Esports. So they're doing very well for themselves. Got quite the lead. And now Zion Spartan coming in to cover mid. There's a huge creep wave here that Morgana's going to miss out on. And looking at CS, he's got 140 to Vladimir's 174, so he has been getting quite out CS in that top lane. Boy, picking up a Rylai's, it looks like, next, so he's going to be very tanky. Rise, once again, also going to be very tanky, so we've got a very scary late game team coming from Team Dignitas. And now Mono doesn't want them to reach that point. Like, once they hit critical mass, it's going to be very hard to stop them in a team fight. And it looks like Paradoxical, Janna, and Nintendude are picking up this blue. Do they want to head up top to gank Voyboy? Good CV from Pixel 3. Catches I Will Dominate at his double golems. Now, Glacial Shroud coming out from Scar, very standard Rise build so far. Good resonating strike from Lee Sin. Once again on Voyboy. Trying to trade against this Vlad, but at this point Vlad is a bit too far ahead. He can just out-sustain any kind of trading that happens. Now Scar and Dominate are kind of looking around for Pixel, and Paradoxical. Voyboy does a great pull to kind of dodge the binding, but actually has to heal. Gets ulted. Soul Shackles coming out from Paradoxical. Lee Sin coming in. They do take out Voy. However, Scar is here on Pixel now, dropping very low. Good arrow from Cutie, but the black shield blocks it. Zion Spartan trying to get away, dropping wards down. Good dark binding once again from Paradoxical. Nintendo coming in onto Dominate. Dominate healing up and surviving so far. Locust though goes down. Scara trying to pick up a kill on Pixel 3, doesn't get it. Cutie coming in with the volley. Dominate drops. Zig flashing in. Cutie now getting caught by Sonic Wave and Resonating Strike, but Lee Sin goes down to Scara. They're not able to pick up Cutie Pie. Scara able to back off and survive as well. So, actually, Dignitas did lose out in that trade, but a very job well done trying to counter that gank on Void. Unfortunate for him, Morgana was able to just immediately kill him there, and he almost had no impact in that fight. Scar coming in to face check against Baron, and gets caught by a slew of assaults from Nintendo. Whoa. It's like we're going three-dimensional here. But, so we're going to take this Baron. Should be a free Baron rather, for Mono Esports. Not much that Team Dignitas can do about it at this point. And yeah, 23-19 is the Baron, so it's going to be respawning at 30 minutes. 30-19 for them. And Mono taking quite a haul. They're going to be able to go back to base and buy some big items. Looks like Lee Sin finally picked up the new item, Mauve Malmortius. And that's going to help him a lot on his magic resistance and damage output at the same time, actually. As well as the Phage. Very good pickups from Zion Spartan there. Now, Zion's one of those very good top laners that you see in solo queue. Just really knows how to build a champion, really knows how top lane functions. Looks like Scara finally able to pick up one of his own blues without getting counter jungled. And now that they have Baron, it's really the ball is in Mono's Esports court to make something happen with it. And Team Dignitas is going to be want to defend this push. It looks like they're going to push mid with Zion Spartan split pushing top. And it looks like they're just going to poke away at the turret. Good living artillery from Zig. And popping his W, going to get a lot of damage on this turret before they can stop it. Zion Spartan coming down with a Sonic Wave onto Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie coming in with the Frost Arrows. Good trading so far from both teams. And now they're going to clear the wave, waiting for the next creep wave to come up this turret. Good cleaver onto Zion Spartan. Takes a bit of damage there, but he's going to be able to heal it right back up. And this turret, less than half health now. Sonic Wave onto Skara. They are going to be able to take that turret down. Now, bottom, they might just flow right to bottom. I don't think they just yet want to push onto this middle inhibitor turret, which is a very smart move. You really don't want to dive a Vlad, Rise, and Mundo on their inhibitor turret. Even if you have Baron, it's just better to take the safe route and pick up the outer turrets for now. And his build, he's got an Aegis, Heart of Gold, and a Giant's Belt, so very tanky so far. That's going to help him a lot with his true damage. That actually doesn't cost mana, it only costs health. It's going to help his damage output tons, and he's going to really want to get in there for damage. Zion Spartan getting Rune Prison and taking quite a bit of damage, actually. I'm a Cutie Pie, throwing out those volleys, clearing the waves. Now, can he get a good arrow here to counter this push? They are doing a lot of damage to this inhibitor turret. Skara caught by a Dark Binding, and Living Artillery drops below a third, and now Skara coming in. Oh, actually, ult from Pixel 3 coming out, and Zion Spartan is in trouble, falling dangerously low. Shurelius comes out. Zig throws a Void Ooze, and Paradoxical, can he escape here yet? He's going to be just fine. Dignitas could not pursue very well with that Void Ooze, but Cutie caught in a Dark Binding, and the Soul Shackle's coming out. Will he complete it? Yes, he does kill Cutie over the wall. Fantastic play by Paradoxical. Even with that ward there, he's able to make that play. So very, very impressive. Looks like Dignitas is in danger now of losing this inhibitor without I'm a Cutie Pie. Oh, this inhibitor just fell. That's very crushing. 12-3 right now, and I can't imagine the gold difference is very good for Team Dignitas. It must be like over 6k at the very least. That's a very moderate estimation. So looking at this turret, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turrets for Mono Esports alone, and not to mention every dragon, Baron, and now that inhibitor. So I think 6k was a very moderate estimate. I think it might be closer to 10k or more, but Zion Spartan and Nintendude now doing very well for themselves. Nintendude does pick up a Negatron. Zion has his first mallet, so they're going to be closing in on those squishies for Team Dignitas very hard. And actually, they're not going to worry too much about the front line at all. Really, Lee Sin and Olaf were kind of built to just go for that anti-carry type of character and be able to take out I'm a Cutie Pie. And actually, that's really the only squishy. Scar, I wouldn't really count as a squishy, but he's been taking a lot of damage from Morgana and his reckless swings. Doesn't have too much MR yet, surprisingly. Rushed that Frozen Heart out. Would have expected a Banshee Veil early on, or even a Quicksilver Sash. So they do clear the wards in the jungle. Now they're going to push top lane, trying to claim this last outer turret from Team Dignitas. They are going to pick that up with ease. Dignitas can't really do much to defend it. Nintendude coming in. Kagama has Dancer and Infinity Edge, so he's going to be pumping out a lot of damage. I don't know how they're going to get to him. And Living Artillery comes out. Good Rune Prison onto Zion Spartan, but really not too much damage is going to happen there, especially with Black Shield from Morgana. Dominic trying to poke with those cleavers. Has an Aegis as well. They are going to come in. Actually, Void Ooze comes out. Dark Binding lands on Cutie, and he does take too many living artilleries. He does go down immediately. Vlad ult comes out. Dominate gets ignited. They're trying to go in. Good Janet ult to reset the fight. Strelia's as well. Dominate dropping very low. Has to back out now. And really, very good job at Pixel 3 stopping the push from Team Dignitas to try and get to their back line. And that Janet ult just proving to be very, very devastating in the team fight. Now with Vlad and Mundo off the heal, they are able to do a lot of damage this turret. They do take it. Dark Binding onto Skara. Soul Shackles comes out. Skara gonna go down. Dominate. Trying to stop it, but unable to. Void Ooze coming out. Dark Binding misses. Void coming in. Trying to do what damage he can. Ties of Blood and Transfusion onto Zig. Zig flashes away. Ghost coming out from Void. Drops Pixel very low. Arrow coming in. Can it catch anyone? No, just barely misses. So... oh, Mono able to get away for free. No one dying, actually, but did not take that inhibitor, luckily. Good last-minute push from Team Dignitas to kind of save what they could. Now this... oh, wow, this Nexus turret got taken down by creeps the whole time that they were up top. So that's actually a very good choice by Mono to pressure the opposite lane of the inhibitor that they just took. So it would free the creeps up to be able to push, and it forces Team Dignitas to choose whether they want to have a solid defense against top or they want to save that bottom Nexus turret. And it's a very tough decision to make in this kind of high pressure situation. Now Baron has respawned. Paradoxical with the AP Elixir and blue buff gonna be rocking almost max CDR. Has picked up an Abyssal. Still no Zhonya's Hourglass, which surprises me that he's able to just get ults off and pick-offs very, very successfully, even without the critical Zhonya's Hourglass. So not really much retaliation coming out from Team Dignitas. And now this Baron is in danger of being taken once again. I will dominate, trying to come from the triangle, see what he can do. But it's dropping way too quickly. Mono picks up another Baron, and now Team Dignitas on their heels. One turret left, 2 open inhibitors. What can they do to stop this? This is going to be the final fight, it seems like. And Paradoxical just marching up to that middle inhibitor and straight up auto-attacking it with his whole team backing him up. Now that inhib is surely going to go down. Now they're going to move straight on the top. Not much I will dominate or Scar can do, really. Catching a lot of living artillery. Void Ooze comes out again. And Tendude getting hit with a cleaver. Void going in with Vlad. Actually, Zion Spartan gets Ruin Prison. Good Vlad ult. Now there's a Jan ult coming out. Pushes Dominate away. Good arrow onto Zig. And Void Boy going for the anti-carry 4v1. Actually not able to do very much, but they do take out Morgana. Was not able to survive that one. I Will Dominate gets taken out by the Dragon's Rage, and Locust as well falls. I'm in Cutie Pie going down, and Skara 3v1 unable to survive this one, and they're certainly going to end the game at this point. Good game, well played by Mono Esports, and good game from Team Dignitas. Wish them luck in the future, but this game is going to Nintendo and company, so very well played. Thank you for watching. Once again, this has been Rambo bringing you Mono Esports against Team Dignitas in IPL.